Mercedes and Lewis Hamilton. Well, it's a match made in heaven, like how it was with Schumacher and Ferrari, Sebastian Vettel and Red Bull, Fernando Alonso and Renault, and like how it is now with Verstappen and Red Bull. Well, let's just say that it's going to be a duo that will forever be iconic in Formula One, powered to success. A partnership that spanned across all of Lewis Hamilton's career to this point. Well, Mercedes has been a critical part of Lewis Hamilton's career since they first sponsored him way back during his karting days in 1998. Since then, Mercedes has been associated with Lewis Hamilton. Let's not forget, though McLaren signed Lewis Hamilton into their young driver program, Mercedes in the 2000s were just an engine supplier to McLaren. So, Lewis Hamilton's first race win to his first championship were all powered by Mercedes-powered vehicles. Since then, the British driver has broken multiple records for poles and race wins, leveling records for the most amount of championships for a driver with Michael Schumacher, making the Mercedes and Lewis Hamilton duo so iconic in Formula One. Leap of faith. Lewis Hamilton took the punt and joined Mercedes during a time when the team was struggling to contest for successive race wins. It was also the time when McLaren were the fastest team on the grid in 2012. Lewis Hamilton's decision to leave McLaren to join Mercedes was hugely criticized by everyone. But that leap of faith couldn't have happened at a more perfect time, as Hamilton's first season in Mercedes saw McLaren bottle their car's concept, dropping them down the field. And we all know everything that happened with McLaren ever since. Meanwhile, 2014 saw Mercedes emerge as the new frontrunner, which lasted for over a decade, raking up 6 more titles, 84 more wins and 78 more pole positions, turning him into one of the best drivers that Formula One has ever witnessed. It's easy to discount Lewis Hamilton's extraordinary performances, claiming that he had a quick car to win. Well, every champion needs a quick car to win championships. A quick car can only present you the opportunity to win races, but it's ultimately up to the driver and the team to take advantage of it to win races across the season and maintain that streak across seasons, irrespective of how often the regulation changes. Beyond titles. During Hamilton's era, Lewis had both Sebastian and Nico Rosberg fight him for the title, in which he came out on top for the most parts. And I believe without human intervention at the 2021 Abu Dhabi finale, Lewis would have managed to win over both Verstappen and Red Bull, despite them putting up a strong and intense fight after Nico Rosberg during his stint from 2014 to 2016. Gone is gone. What doesn't change is how Lewis conducted himself after being punished so hard by the decision made in the race. That shows his mental resilience and sportsmanship. 2022 to 2024 showcased Lewis Hamilton's leadership skills and how reliable of a driver he is to the team, allowing himself to be the lab rat to perform tests, to gather data, to fix the issues of the concept. 2023 showed how, given the right car, Hamilton can maximize on his result, helping the team to finish second in the Constructors' Championship. 2024 arguably has to be Hamilton's weaker season, and that says a lot as to how well he has performed so far. His qualifying is what let him down the most, but in the race, he still proved himself to be one of the best. Lewis Hamilton and Mercedes will forever be an iconic duo that both the history books and the upcoming Formula One fans will never forget, like how we've not forgotten Michael Schumacher and Ferrari. They've hands down produced some of the most memorable and iconic moments that the sport and the fans could cherish for the years to come. The next chapter. With the switch to Ferrari, Hamilton is moving out of his comfort zone to the next phase of his career that I hope and pray turns out to be successful. The ideal dream would be to see him take Ferrari to both the drivers and the constructors' crown, and this is coming from a Vettel fanboy. I see a lot of people criticizing Hamilton's decision to leave Mercedes, claiming that he only left because Mercedes couldn't win and Ferrari was. Well, moving out of Mercedes was never really Hamilton's intent. It was triggered by the team as they shifted their focus on a successor, and they weren't ready to offer him the contract that he desired. Thank you, Lewis. Lewis leaving Mercedes is truly the end of an era that we hated, just like how we hated when Seb was winning with Red Bull and Michael was winning with Ferrari. But just like how we celebrate those eras now, this will also be celebrated for the years to come. Thank you, Lewis and Mercedes, for always being at your best and for leaving a strong impression as the most successful dynamic driver team duo. And I'm excited to see Lewis in red. Once again, thank you, Lewis.